Hello everyone. In this video we're going to go over Leetcode question 2 sum. Major tech companies like Amazon, Microsoft, LinkedIn, Airbnb, etc. are asking this question while they're conducting their technical interviews. I hope you will find this video useful for your technical interview preparations. Let's start with reading the question. Given an array of integers, return indices of the two numbers such that they add up to a specific target. So we have an array of integers and we need to pick two numbers and they should add up to the given target, in this case 9. So we need to pick the first two elements because they add up to 9, 2 and 7. So num0, nums1, they add up to 7, and we need to return indices. So in this case 0 and 1. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. Question doesn't say anything about if the array is sorted or not, so we need to pay attention to that as well. Let's solve this question on the whiteboard. So this is our array. The very first thing, very brute force thing we may think of is using two for loops. What we need to create is a needed value. This is our target minus the current index number. For example, here, I create two for loops. The first for loop goes through the item, this one, for example, stays here. And the second for loop, when this item is here, goes through all the way to the items. So it goes through all the items. So in this case, nums of I is 2, and target is 9. 9 minus 2, needed is 7. So in this case, if I find 7 using the second for loop, then I say, okay, I found the target and I can return the index numbers. So in this case, I find 7 and return it. And for example, if I couldn't find in the first iteration, then I index is going to the second one, and the next one is going again from 7 to until the end, and tries to find if the number exists. But in the first iteration, we find the target, so that returns the answer. The second method we can use is if the array is sorted. If the given array is sorted in the question, we can use binary search. In this question, it doesn't say anything about sorted array, so we can ignore. But just as a linear-arithmetic or log n time complexity, we can use a binary search, which means the first loop goes through the array, and second loop goes using binary search and finds the number using binary search. Instead of second for loop linear one, we do binary search, logarithmic search. So this way we make it faster. But what's the optimum solution for this is using hash maps, because hash maps have constant lookup times. So what we do is we ignore the very first method. We ignore the second one as well, because these are slow ones. And we simply turn the third one. This is the best solution for this question. Let's make it bigger. Okay. So we create our result integer array. This is what we'll return when we're returning from the function. Then we create a hash map. The reason for this is hash maps have constant lookup time. So we are looking for our needed again. We target when we go through the first for loop, we create our needed. For example, here it's a we are going with the for loop. We are on the first item. The needed is 7, and we look for this item in the map. If map contains 7, then we return it in the result. If we put this into the map before, it should contain 7, so we should return it. Otherwise, we put the item into the map. For example, we put 2 in the same index number into the map. Then we come to 7. When we are at 7, target minus nums of I is 2. Needed is 2 this time. So we put 2 in the first iteration. And we simply check if 2 is in the map, and we found it here. We have 2 in the map, hash map. So if it contains 2, then we simply return as a result. And that's the solution. That's the solution we need. And since hash maps have constant lookup time, this is a linear solution. And this is the fastest way of solving this problem. Again, I repeat, we first create our needed. Needed is, in our for loop, our target minus where we are, because that will give us what we need to complement. And if the map contains the key, if we put this number before, that must be in the map. So we check if the map contains that key, and we create our result. Result of 1 is I, result of 0 is, then we get from the map what we needed. And that will return us the index number. So that's pretty much it. Let's see it in the code and submit. It was 1 millisecond last time, but now it's 4. So this is the working solution for this question. I hope you found this video tutorial useful. I have more videos coming up, so if you subscribe to my channel, we could meet again later. Thanks for watching.